Hi there, Josh. Feeling well? Howdy, Kevin. Oh, hi there, Georgina. Well, Josh, I hope you have a good day at work. Oh, hi there, Jim. Hopefully you're having a nice Friday. Oh, I don't have a respirator on. If I was using this machine dry, I would need it, but I'm using water. Well, Georgiana, we'll be here in 10 minutes. Actually, might be okay. Maybe, possibly. I'll focus a little bit more on this side over here. Oh, hi there, Romania Rockhound. We're on the 1200 grit stage. And the next step will be polish. Realized that I don't have a camera mount over there next to the polishing station. Jim, this is the soft Nova wheel. That's the resin wheel. Well, hi there, Nancy. Much better. So that is 1200 grit. And I did not work on this top before the live. This is pretty much continuing where we left off last night. And I wonder if I should just... I'll save the sides for later. I'm not worried about those right now. I'm more worried about the top. And then we'll work on this. So after we get this one polished up, we'll start working on this one here. That one does have... I showed it last night. We have some fractures right there. Fracture right there. But we do need to get a camera mount in place for the polishing station. Which I need to grab one of those. Place. And I need a camera head or mount head. Alright, that's in place. Hi there, SKJ. And Rocky Mountain Bear. Thank you for subscribing or being a member of the channel for 30 months. Howdy, help a guy. And we will need this. There we go. And all thing that I should have had ready beforehand was having this set up ready. That's okay. Dang, Nancy, that sucks. Well, I hope you get rain at some point here soon. It really sucks. All right, I'm gonna have to make a guard for this because this other guard bent while I was outside. So we're gonna get this wet. Kind of guard here if we can. Nice and damp. I already got the cerium oxide all mixed in with some water. Maybe next week, according to weather, Yeah, well, weather apps are really hard to predict. Like, I feel like they kind of. I think the weather apps are kind of a guesstimate for them for like a lot of like companies. Because we're supposed to get rain next week. I think starting Monday. Like we'll see. It's Oregon. Rain could always start this week. Like start this weekend. All right. If there's any issues with this stone, we will find out. Well, there, Dave. So as our before. I can put a little bit extra on there. You can never spend too long on polish. They've been all wrong all year. That sounds about right. And then we're just gonna. Oh, I got a phone call, but I can't call back just yet. Hold on. I'm gonna turn off this really quick. I gotta make a phone call. I think I have. I do. Dismiss and call. I have them. Where's that phone number? There it is. Be 1 second. I gotta make a phone call just really quick. Okay, I'm back. I need to get an actual secondary phone. All right. we don't have a super flat surface, this might need some extra care. Yeah, another burner phone. But I think once I get the van paid off, I'm just gonna get another Verizon line, an actual business phone or business phone, because they'll ask you if this is personal for business. I'll say it's personal, but it'll be for business, because they always want to charge more for businesses to have a service, which is stupid. I think it's because they know people are writing it off for business, so they want to charge more for it. Out of there, John. Oh, John. Before I left, I did get some. Was it appetite facets that you're asking for? Yeah, I got some appetite facets from Madagascar before I left. I've been meaning to take a video and send it to you. But I did get some. I got the only ones that Josh had. Hope you've been well, John. It's been a minute. So whenever you see it starting to dry out, you want to make sure to add more water. I'm going to ask our tax people about if you have to have a brand new vehicle, or if it has to, or if you can have a used vehicle for a business one. Oh, nice, Rocky Mountain Bear. So we should already be seeing, yeah, quite a bit of progress. So we'll wipe it off a little bit here. So it's looking good. This center spot's looking a little hazy, so it's gonna add a lot of pressure down here to really get the polish to do its job. The bird is done. This is Nancy. Yeah, I should ask Amber. See what Amber does a little closer. I just maybe pay her to do my taxes. It was more expensive this year to do our taxes than last year, because last year it was like, I think, $1,200 to do our taxes, and this year is like $1,700. And I'm like, yeah, what gives? All right, we need to focus kind of on the center. So to do that, we're going to use the edge of the wheel here. And we actually might need to put a little more polish on the edge itself, very carefully, because I don't want to fling the material. I do wonder though if with the new van, if I can get up to one of the quarries out there in Wyoming. Kyle is the Firebeard. The Firebeard is Kyle. We're just utilizing the edge of the wheel here. That should help. Hi there, Ryan. Okay, our stone's drying out a little bit. We don't want it drying out. Add some more water. Almost break our water bottle. No big deal. And then we take a quick pick. Do I have a rack nearby? Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that because it's not my piece, and that would really suck. Okay, that's much better. Much better. Yeah, that's way better. Okay. Gotta focus on the edge now. The Adventures of Firebeard. Happens like once a year when I go to the desert. Now this next year, once the shed gets in place, because like I'm not having to pay for the shed. I took a loan out for it. I'm not having to pay for it until it's actually in place. And this next year, I'm gonna be working my butt off to have it paid off sooner than. Oh, I forgot how long of a loan I took out for it, but I want to have it paid off way before that time. Just kind of avoid on some of the interest costs. Yeah, Amy did my first and only thunder rig a few years ago. Amy said to hold it firmly against the wheel, firmly grasp it. I thought I did it firmly enough. I did not, in fact. Firmly grasp it. There's a mayonnaise in it. And again, you can never spend too long on the polishing wheel. If anything, it allows you to kind of like check for any issues that may pop up. Yeah, I'll be helping my friends tomorrow at their late father's estate sale. Keep an eye on things, so I will not be around tomorrow. Okay, so I'm just making it worse. Let's give it a good wipe. Oh yeah, Amy, while I was out today, I did get a key fob for the van. But yeah, that looks really nice. I like it. Well, I was gonna name the van Vincent because Vincent Van Gogh. And either way, yeah, that should be okay. So we're gonna go ahead and get this washed off. I wish I had a way to put you guys on my forehead so you can kind of be like POV. But give me a second here. I'm just gonna do a quick wash. I might just use the air compressor to dry it. Howdy, M. Lunart. So yeah, I'll go back through at some point, not today, and sand this up a little bit better on the sides here. But yeah, man, it just wants to really focus on the light around it. Trying to focus on the actual layers, it's hard. But yeah, turned out nice. Not too shabby. Yeah, that was a Rocky Mountain Berry. That'd be cool. Yeah, if we just open the garage door really quick. Oh, hi there, Summer. Now I can't go outside the garage because I am on Wi-Fi. But yeah, I still have my truck. It's just I need something that's better than gas. And that can also allow me to move rocks around still. So I'm pretty sure I'm going with Vincent for the name. Vincent Van Gogh. Because it's a van. But yeah, I'm actually leaning towards maybe put some decals in the back windows, like the back side windows. But I do want to ask about the business aspect of being able to write it off for business purposes, since I mostly am using it for business stuff. Excuse me. There you go. Yeah, it's not too shabby. Not too shabby. Now that is one downside about doing a a broad piece for polish, is you will get a lot of the actual like light in the background, like on top of the reflection. But we can read the lettering. Hello there, James. So yeah, that's one down, and we still have a couple more to go here. I did tell Johan that there is another layer down here somewhere, and really to get to, you have to cut this top off and then grind onto the other layer. And I was going to attempt it, but I'm not going to because you can see the layers. Well, hello there, Marion. And thank you, Hawaz. Hopefully I got that right. So you can see the layers here. They're dipping downward. And in theory, I could cut up here. And I could cut this top right here, cut that off. And then come down from the other side, it's underside here, and then come down to it. But that's just too much to do for this piece, really. It turned out nice regardless. And I'm glad I stopped where I did, because that would have been hard to get out of that piece. The Wi-Fi ankle bracelet, yes. Pretty much, Viking. Hi there, Red Lady. So yeah, that piece is done. And I'm not going to do anything with the other side there, but that piece is done. Now we have this piece to think about. We should be able to see how thick is that layer. I mean, that's pretty well. I mean, technically the Wi-Fi is kind of an ankle bracelet because I can't go very far. That was a good joke. And see, how thick is that? That is still fairly thick. So I think just a touch on the diamond wheel, we should be able to get that. Just a touch. We can't go too hard on the diamond wheel because we can easily blow past that layer, and we don't want to do that. Splitting hairs. It's going to be tough. Just be super, super, super careful. Well, hi there, Patrick. Hope you and your family are well. The new little addition. What we're doing, we're getting rid of this gold sheen layer right there. Right there on top. Very carefully. Shouldn't take too much. That should be good. Alright, so we got rid of most of it. The 140 grit soft noble wheel should help us get rid of the rest. It'll just take a little while because we're getting rid of a little bit of material at a time. Will the gnomes be known to hang where the obsidian is grown? Maybe. Possibly. See, you can see. You can see this. So this layer right here, it stops. That's where it stops. Right there. So it started, stopped this way, and it kind of looks like. Oh, that's just part of the pattern. So yeah, it just stops right there, and then. Yeah, that's not a lot of wiggle room right here. You have to get rid of that as best we can while keeping this layer right here. We'll focus on the back layer first, and then come back up to work on getting rid of the other top layer on top of that folded layer, or the half layer. I can't stay alive for too long because I do have to call the bank back to see what the next steps are as far as getting that loan check for the van. James, I will not be going live tomorrow. I'll be helping out my friend at their garage sale. Live sales will resume though next weekend. Oh, nice walking down, Bear. Feel like this really isn't the best piece as far as like best quality. For me, I probably wouldn't even really, maybe I would have polished it. Just a gamble. Actually, hold on. We want to actually we're going to do something with this piece. We are actually going to do this. We're going to, I want to keep this. This I want to try to keep the best I can right here. But we're going to kind of come in and do an angle right there so we can get through all the layers. Because this layer, that layer, and this layer right here, right above that color layer, low quality, low quality, low quality, and the best layer is down right here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna do an angle on this, and so we can kind of expose all the layers downward on that one. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Sound was. Okay. We're going to turn on the diamond wheel over there. Put some water on that one. And we're just going to go for it. It's kind of like one of those trust the process deals. So that's the best color layer right there. Should use the other machine for this. Well, hi there, Tara. Yeah, those invoices take quite a bit of time. Hi there, Puzzling Tuber. I actually would argue, actually I wouldn't say argue, I would actually go as far as to say that the invoicing is my least favorite part of the whole process. So, at least with me personally, I always feel like I'm gonna mess something up with the invoice process. See, we almost have that little top part taken off. And then And I would like to try to get into this right here to grind that down without losing too much material, but we do have a large nick at that little corner there. So how do I want to do that? Tara. And thank you, John, for reminding people to hit that like button. I certainly appreciate it, especially for being gone for like weeks on end. I should try to go live if I can tomorrow night with something. Maybe we can work on some trilobites or something. I really want to get to this spot, but it's just a weird angle. I can do this. No, that's gonna... We might have to go to the other grinder really quick. I try to do all the grinding before I do these videos because it's just the louder part of the process. Lab Sapphire Kickstarter I made a video about is funded 3 times over now. Nice. Yeah, someone had actually I believe it was actually Marion that had told me about Kickstarter. At least like to like do something like that for the shed to kind of help for some of the costs. And I was considering it, but I unless things have changed, I read that with Kickstarter, I'll be around here so we can see me while I get this thing set up here. With Kickstarter, but you have to meet your goal in like so many days, otherwise like everyone gets their money back and like you have to start all over. And I already put a lot of pressure on myself as it is, and I would hate to do something like that and then have it not meet the goal and have it fail. And I would much rather do like a GoFundMe, I think. Oh no. We'll have a good weekend, John. Thanks for popping in. And yeah, I'll try to get you a video. If not this weekend, then the next week. I don't think there's that many appetite facets, so it shouldn't be a huge long video. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to grind this down so we can get a polish, get a sand on it. Which means we will lose some material, which will be fine. It's part of the process. Anyone knows this knows this. Well, have a good day, Tara. Good luck on the invoicing. This part's a little loud. I do apologize. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to kind of square that up a little bit on that side. Or can I get around that? Just go at an angle here. More water. also make sure to get any like sharp edges while I'm here. Just so even if I don't cut myself, whoever, when Johan gets this, he's not cutting himself either. Feel around for any like particularly sharp spots. Round them down. It takes like not even a second. There we go. Holy cow, we do have like 128 people watching. Howdy everybody, my name's Kyle. Hope you're all having a wonderful Friday. And we are working on some obsidian. So we actually have a fire obsidian, for anyone curious. It's like low grade mixed with high grade. So I'm going for kind of a domed effect for this one. Well, hi there, CJ. It's been a minute. Hope you've been well. Also, if you're really quick, if you're a member of the channel, which means if your name is green, you have a little gnome next to your name. I'm doing a giveaway. I'm picking winners tomorrow. I'm going to announce the winners on Sunday. So if you have not seen the giveaway video, make sure to go watch it, get entered. So again, if you haven't seen it, I'm giving away a fossil prep box with a head magnifier, X-Acto blade, a little carbide, like a little prep tool, fossil fish, actually technically 2 of them in each box, a trilobite from Utah that I dug myself, and some turritella that I collected myself. Even the fossilized fish I collected myself. Those ones are from last year though, so they should prep a little easier. So if you have not seen that video, please go do so. Now we might have a small problem with this part here. See that little crack? That is actually a fracture in the stone. And I don't know how deep it goes. That could be a problem. Might just have to polish the top of that. Normally I don't like doing that, but typically with those fractures, they can really run into the stone, and you can be grinding that stone all day, and that crack will still be there. So I'm just going to leave that there, I think. Yeah. Well, maybe... Hold on, let me just double check here. Yeah. That's a problem. Okay. All good. I was in need of a car for about a year and a month, and I finally got one. 2011 Impala. Nice, CJ. Congratulations. Patrick, I'm gray of beard and gray of name. So yeah, that fracture right there, that potentially runs deeper into the stone. And with these diamond grinding wheels, it does not always bode well with these fractures. It can always just make them worse as we're going. So we're going to have to leave that there. Because again, this is not my stone, and I really don't want to risk breaking it after coming this far already. So we're gonna leave it there. See all that mush. This tray was clean before I started this yesterday, and that's all obsidian gunk. That's all obsidian. It's ground obsidian. That's what that is. It's all obsidian. here. And we're going to get the 140 grit Nova wheel. And we just grind out the grind marks from the diamond wheel. Patrick the Gray. That is what they used to call me. I am Patrick. Yeah, this is a 140 grit Nova wheel. It is a resin wheel, resin bonded. And so by the time we get done, well, hi there, friends. See, I could see here the main color, like the best layer, is right there, but I don't want to mess it up. And I think this actually just might look okay the way it is, honestly. Once I get done with it, I think the multiple layers, the stacked layers, will make it look nice. And then I'll do a little sanding right there on top to get rid of the last of the gold sheen that's sitting right on top of that layer right there. Okay, that'll still be a really nice piece. Got 115 people and 33 likes. If you are into rocks and the lapidary side of things, make sure to give a little thumbs up to the video. It costs absolutely nothing. And if you're new here, say hi. My name's Kyle. If you haven't seen my content before. It's a battle scar. But no, this step is pretty important after using the diamond wheels, because if you were to use the air to dry it off, you will see where the diamond wheels were. Usually. You can kind of see where it's a little kind of pitted, and we want to get all those little pits out. Well, hi there, Matthew. Got 146 people now, so for those new here, this is called Fire Obsidian. It is only found here in Oregon, this variety anyway, so you can find obsidian all over the world. This stuff is unique to Oregon. You can't go dig it willy-nilly. You can dig for it. However, there's claims for this particular material. Most of the stuff I have, I got from estate sales, garage sales, rock shops, and online. These pieces are not mine. We just polished this one earlier, so that one's already done there on top. I'll polish this later. So we're trying to get this shine on this rock. So yeah, there's the one we did earlier. We started it last night, and then we're gonna try to do this one. They will have some battle scars that we can do about those. Those are going to be internal fractures that can run deeper into the stone. They're just going to have to stay. So, when you have multiple layers like this, you really have to figure out, okay, do I want to grind down through all the layers to get to one layer, or I just want to leave it as is? I think because this one actually has, even it has like lower grade fire, kind of in between, I think all the different colors and the different layers really accent the stone fairly well, so we're just going to leave them. And then like right there, that's a leftover gold sheen there on top of that fire layer. And just a couple more sand passes on that. We'll get rid of that. But for right now, we're trying to focus on the side that we just ground down with the diamond wheel. so we can kind of blend it all in. Oh, dang. That sucks, Cole. That'd be very frustrating. Yeah, those layers are so close to each other. I would like to be able to risk it, but I don't want to get that crack out. I'm sure it's fine. It's just it's not my piece. If it was my piece, I'd probably try to go for it. But if it's not mine, I am playing it safe. Well, thank you for the compliment. I can't translate your name, but I definitely appreciate the compliment and all the thumbs up. I believe I just saw Randall in there as well. Howdy, Randall. Okay, it's looking good so far. I'm going to spin it in the light, and when I spin it, I should be able to see if there's any spots I may have missed as far as from the diamond wheel. Again, I'm not paying attention to these marks right here because they go deeper into the stone, and I don't want to ruin this piece. Okay. That's actually looking okay. So now we got to focus up here in the top. You see these little marks right there? We have to get those white marks out. That is in the grinding process. We don't want those in there. So, okay. I had to get a mental map where they were so I can hit them with the wheel. And these lives are brought to you by Amy because yesterday she told me I should be productive and go live and work on projects. I'm like, okay. These videos are in sponsorship of nobody. I'm not sponsored by any company. I do have affiliate marketing for some of the stuff I use, but I'm almost half tempted to put tape over everything. Nice, Randall. On today's episode of Will It Melt. Yeah, I'm really glad I left that layer right there. That's gonna be a cool piece. That's gonna be really nice. And then most of this, like this side layer down there, that's all silver sheen. So there's not gonna be really any color in that. On the bottom side here, that is a low grade fire. But it's the kind of low grade I wouldn't even polish that. So I know I probably come off as a Fire Obsidian snob when I say that, but there are some things I will and some things I won't. leave it alone. That's good enough there, that little corner spot. And we hit it with our there's no water in my air compressor. It's just literally hitting the water droplets on the way down. All right. That mostly looks okay, with the exception of right here. Yeah, we need to focus a little bit more time on, which doesn't take a whole lot of time at all. But it's on the corner like that, it's really easy to go by. And we are going to clean up this spot right here. You should be able to see that those little lines right there. I'm usually always moving the stone. You don't ever want to stop on these wheels, because if you were to stop, let's do an example. I'm over here in the corner. So if I were to hold at one spot for too long, it will make what's called a facet, and we don't want that. So see how it kind of made a little flat spot right there? Well, we don't want that. So just to correct that, we just go over here, move it around a little bit, and boom, Bob's your uncle. Problem fixed. So you always want to keep the stone moving if you do not want facets. I'm going to keep moving it. You want to blend it. And I'm going to focus over here. It is important to keep checking your work. I mean, no matter what stage you're on, so you can kind of see if you have to keep working on it or go on to the next stage, or go backwards sometimes. You always want to check your work. I used to use towels. I use an air compressor now. It just makes it easier to kind of dry out the work, my project, to see where things are at. Kind of make sure all our edges are nice and rounded. Rocky Mountain Bear. Who thinks Bob? You mean Bob Rocks? He'd be a cool uncle. Yeah, he would. Bob's Center chat. It's like, what? And then, so what we're going to do now, we're going to kind of go over the edge a little bit here. Just kind of soften it, because it is still a little sharp, because we did grind it down a little bit. So just going to very carefully. There we go, that's softened up a little bit. Nothing crazy. Just enough to kind of, so it's not sharp. There we go. Alright. Turn this off. We're going to zoom out just a little bit here. And we're going to check our work. Okay. It's looking okay. Except, there's one spot. There's a spot here. I really wish the camera could show this. Oops. It might be really hard to see, but there's a spot right here. At different angles of light, you might be able to see it a little bit, but there's a spot right here. It's a little pitted. We had to fix that. And it looks like we actually need to also kind of focus this a little bit more kind of in here a little bit with the 140. Because the camera isn't picking up what I can see. I can see it almost looks like glitter in the stone. Again, that's just from the impact marks from using a diamond wheel. And if you don't get those all sanded out, you can actually technically see that when you go to polish, even if it's not super apparent. So we're going to try our best to get those out. My hand was so beautiful. Oh, shucks. Get out of town. Thank you. This little spot over here, really easy to fix. The smaller the surface area, the faster it is to work down. Not that big of a deal. Only takes a couple seconds, really, or a few seconds, several seconds. And again, that one's fixed. Well, howdy there, Rasul. Very carefully focus the wheel right in the center of the stone. Without getting too close to the top of the stone there, because I want to keep that layer there. Getting there. It's almost done. You keep moving the stone. Even though I'm wanting to focus in the center of the stone, I still have to work around it in order to blend it in. Because if I just focus directly in the center, then we're gonna have some weird carving slopes, and we don't want that. So we just gotta keep moving the stone. Even though most of the stuff I want to fix in the center of the stone, still have to blend it. If it was like a jasper or anything else that wasn't this, it wouldn't matter. But we don't want to have it look all weird. Well, hi there, Saeed. Hopefully I said that right. That works for me. All right. So, next step. 280 grit. We just did 140, now we're doing 180. Sorry, 280. 280? This is it's obsidian. It's a variety of obsidian that comes from here in Oregon, and it's called fire obsidian. And this particular variety is not found anywhere else in the world. It's only local to Oregon and nowhere else. And unless you have a permit, Glass Butte, where this comes from, is BLM land, so you cannot sell what you collect. Even if it's been worked, there's no loophole for it. You gotta have a permit. How to get a permit, I do not know. This is going to be a really nice piece, though. It's going to be really nice. Hopefully you'll be very happy. Hi there, Parker. This is Fire Obsidian from Oregon. It is a commission piece that someone's paying me to do, and as of right now, I am not taking on any new commissions for the time being, because I've had this on my bench for months at this point. And I'm trying to get certain projects done before I get back into doing live rock sales. Yeah. So we're working on this one, and we just did another one earlier. We did this one earlier. So Parker, I do have a website at worldofrockhounds.net. As of right now, I don't have anything for sale on there. It just kind of goes over like the history of my shop, some old projects that I've done. It does have a live sale sign up form, so I do lives here on YouTube every week except for this weekend. I've been took a little vacation from doing live rock sales for a few weeks, but starting next week I'll be doing the live rock sales again here on YouTube, starting at probably about 10 a.m. Next Saturday and next Sunday. And I do that for several hours, and then I take a break. And then my wife, she comes in the evenings. She does a live rock sale too, about 8 p.m. until about 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Saturdays, and then I go live again on Sundays, and then I invoice Mondays, and then I have everything wrapped and ready to go by Tuesdays. But it is actually on my list to put things on the website for sale. And there's Dave. Hi there, David. Oh, David, I am so sorry. I did not know you were live last night. I was working on the other piece, and I was just jamming out the music. I'm like, you know what? I should go live for a little bit. I didn't bother to think that you were online, and I just went live. And they're like, oh yeah, Dave live too. I'm like, oh man, I feel bad. Oh man, David, my trip was awesome. It prompted me to build 2 new fossil preps. Here, I'll show you. Really quick. It was really good. As you know, I didn't go to Denver. I decided to kind of cut my trip short. So I went to Utah, and then I came home. But I did build 1 fossil prep box. We can't go outside because we are tethered to the Wi-Fi here in the shop. I built a secondary one, and then I built this stupid thing. That took me 2 days to build, but it's caulked on the inside. I need to make, I think, one more adjustment to the bottom of that. And I'm going to use that for prepping all the trilobites, which are on the shelf behind it. I have like two rows, and then a box up there of the Utah trilobites. And then I can also use that for prepping the big fish, which are in the shop somewhere. And then I also got some more stuff from Josh. So I got all the powder and quartz and a bunch of other stuff as well. But yeah, I still want to go to Tucson. So I'm hoping if the live sales do well between now and like Quartzsite in Tucson, I'm hoping to do that this next year. And maybe I'll just drive. Maybe. Possibly. I don't know yet. No, I don't have so I don't have, in the big box, I don't have one set up. But this other box over here. So this other one, I did invest in a digital microscope. I would like to figure out how to get that set up with my laptop, so I can not only record, maybe go live with with the digital microscope and like a microphone, but use that for like something else, because I don't know how well it's going to do for some stuff. So that's kind of that's a test. That's a future project to kind of work on. Otherwise, I'm team stereo microscope, because yeah, Theo and I, he likes the digital. I prefer the stereo microscope. Don't worry, Rocky Mountain Bear. Well, so and Rocky Mountain Bear, I wish I could go outside. The other trilobites, like the trilobites that are over there. I should just go grab one here. I'm gonna set you guys right here. I'll go grab one really quick. Hold on. Okay. So we're gonna sit in my brain chair. Hope I don't get all dirty. Oh, but it's so soft to sit in. Oh my gosh. So these trilobites, we use the baking soda and the air abrasive tool, and man, these cleaned up so nice. Oh, howdy there, Amber. And I might be able to try to maybe record like outside the box, but not inside the box, because that powder's it gets everywhere. It got, and that's why I bought the giant red box, because it was getting everywhere. But like the one I was working on, what day was that? Saturday? I can't remember what day we were working on that. But I was working on this one. I finally got most of it out, and it looks like it might have been decomposing down there. Like you see that little black dot right there, right on top of it. That is another little fossil organism that was like right above it. I see these little dots right there. And I'd actually reached out to them. I was like, "Hey, is that pyrite?" Like, "No, that's just the patina that was on top of it." So that's good to know. But yeah, I would like to get a way to have a way to record in that big box. And I still have to prep this tooth out. As far as I need to expose the tip of it, because I was told if the tip is white, it's a fish. If it's not white, it's probably a caiman tooth, which I'm really excited about. Fingers crossed. Spin move. But yeah, David, I'm pretty stoked about Tucson. I just gotta figure out if I'm flying or if I'm driving. I did just get a van. I feel like I should take the van. That way, if I do buy anything, actually no, I don't know. Maybe I should fly. I don't know. I'll figure it out. If I drive, it's like what, 20? How far is it from Tucson here? Oh, yeah, Rocky Mountain Bear. There's a point to my brain and I went off track. Yes. So, thank you for saying that. Yeah, typically people use the wire, like the steel wire brushes, to clean up the trilobites, and I was going to do that, but I was told that you can use baking soda as an air abrasive for those trilobites, and so I tested that first before I did the wire brushes, and I am so happy with how it turned out because it looks super clean. Whereas if you use the steel wire brush, you have like little like marks of the wire brushes like in the matrix, and I don't really want that. So yeah, I never even bothered to try to use the steel wire brushes. I guess you can say I'm a little picky. I wanted like a super, super clean. Yeah, hopeful guy. Like it's tough because we were gonna go this year to Tucson, but we had like an ice storm, and my friend did not want to drive because he was gonna go with me to Tucson, and he did not want to drive up to Portland in the ice storm, or with it being all icy and stuff. Actually, no, let me take it back. It was supposed to be an ice storm, but by the time I realized it didn't actually happen, it was already too late, and like we missed our chance to get a flight. So It all depends on the passes and which way I go, but I don't know. I gotta weigh my options, see what would be more cost effective. Because still never been on a plane before. Yes, Amanda, here, let me... It is worldofrockhounds@gmail.com. And let me dry off my hands, and I can type it in the chat. There you go. The guy with a beard, that guy named Kyle, he's the one that sent, that's me. I'm just using my alt account to put stuff in chat. But yeah, worldofrockhounds@gmail.com. I have a bunch of other videos too on polishing obsidian. I even did an article for currently rock hounding, somewhere on his website, of how to polish obsidian. But I'm always happy to help where I can. Because I know that polishing obsidian is a pain in the butt. But you are most welcome. Yeah, obsidian is one of those, if you can get obsidian, you can polish almost anything else. I wouldn't say everything else, but you can polish a lot of stuff. I would say the biggest thing you gotta do is just keep checking in between stages, or like as you're working, to look for any like issues that might come up. Like so far, we're looking pretty good so far, except for this one spot like right here we gotta work on. Pretty easy. Usually we're in the grit, the 1200 grit stage where you really want to focus on how things look as we're going to polish. And realistically, you don't need to use the 3000 grit on these machines. If you have a way to use a cerium oxide on a carpet wheel, you can stop at 1200 and go to polish. I mean, that's what we did with the other piece, and it looks fine. Like, you don't need to go to like 14,000, 50,000. Save your money. You don't need to buy those wheels. And I'm sure there might be someone out there that might argue me with that, but I've been doing lapidary since 2012, and I've been doing the same steps for obsidian since then. So it's like, you don't need to have like the high grit stages. Really, the biggest thing is just checking your work. Have a good eye for detail. Welcome back, Georgianne. Turn this off really quick. And we're going to zoom out. And that is good to go up for the next stage would be 600. So, for those that weren't here, yes, we do have some natural imperfections in the stone, which are that one, and that one. We're not going to touch those. We're going to leave those alone because these are natural fractures in the stone. They can go deeper into the stone, and if you really want to get those out, we could, but there's always that chance that it goes deeper than you think, and you'll end up grinding away just a bunch of the stone, and I'm not going to deal with that. Same thing with that one. And this one, got the little fracture right there, and there's a sub-fracture right here that actually will connect to it. So if I were to grind down to it, it would just connect to this and just go deeper in the stone. So we're not going to... They're battle scars. They'll be fine. And we're going to adjust our camera. We over here. Turn on this light here. And if you're wondering why I have the rags in the bottom of the tray here, and it acts for two things. The first thing is if I were to drop something, it hits the rag and not the aluminum tray. The second thing is I have very white skin, and if I'm just using the blue tray in the background, which is darker than my skin color, then my skin becomes the whitest thing on the screen, and it wants to kind of white out the image, and it makes it a little hard to make videos. The rag kind of helps offset that a little bit. These wheels do not hurt, for those that are curious. I mean, over time they can grind into your skin, but you really got to hold it there. Your fingernails, on the other hand, will not like it very much. I'm going to do the same step. Just go over the whole stone. Keep it moving on the wheel. Now this machine that I'm using, for anyone that's new here, this one is custom made, or I wouldn't say custom made, it's locally made here in Oregon. The price on the machines actually have gone up since I've gotten this machine. I got this one for $500, but also because someone owed me, they owed me a favor, so I got it for fairly cheap. But the wheels that comes with this machine are junk. They're garbage. Not as good as the Nova wheels. But I think otherwise, this base machine, I think it's like $2,000. Which it's a good concept machine. I just wish other lapidary companies, what they would do, what they would do is just make a base capping machine without the wheels and have it optional for either 6-inch or 8-inch wheels. And then let people buy their own wheels. Well, hi there, Daniel. Happy Friday. I feel like if lapidary companies did that, they'd probably have a lot of customers just buying a base model, so they can kind of pick and choose whatever wheels they want to, what they want to get. Because price point right now, I believe the cheapest cab machine, actually I would say not cheapest, the most affordable cab machine you can get on the market would actually be, I believe it's actually the Kingsley North models. Like if you're getting the Nova wheels, they're the Kingsley North models. This cab seems cheaper, I don't know. It's been a while since I checked, but last time I checked, Kingsley North was the cheapest. Yep, they are the best, and they are the most expensive, but you also get what you pay for. And if you take care of your wheels, they will take care of you. And the thing is too, like, because I'm not working on these new machines every single day, I can make a set of Novas last me like years. But if I was working on the machine every single day, then it probably wouldn't last as long. But it all depends, like, how aggressive I am with what I'm working, and then the material that I'm working too. I mean, most of the time I'm usually working with obsidian. Most of the time, it seems like. But also, if I were to open up my shop for rentable shop time, the wheels also may not last as long because we have different people with different techniques using the wheels, and those kind of probably wear out much faster. feel like with this light, it almost is kind of muting out some of the colors. There you go. Ah, there, Abigail. We're working on some fire obsidian. Got some fire layers, a mix of low grade and high grade throughout the whole piece. And right below is some silver sheen. And we're gonna look at our work really quick. Okay, I was like, I do have to turn on the air compressor really quick. Oh, maybe not. I just gotta turn off my actual handset here. That's better. Okay. So we're actually not looking too bad. Howdy, Cody. And there we go. All right. So, yeah, we're not looking too bad. I mean, even if you see like some striations, it's not a bad thing. Gotta trust the process. You may have some scratches right here. Camera may not pick it up. We do have some scratches right there. And we need to focus just a little bit right here. Just a little bit more. And the scratches are right here. Now, the downside with some of the natural fractures is sometimes material can get stuck in there and then want to come out during the sanding process, which it can happen. Hopefully it doesn't today. And that is really the biggest issues I see that we need to work on before we go to 1200. So, I mean, we did this other one earlier too, Daniel. So we just did this one earlier. We did this one. That one. And this one actually should have another layer down here, which I'm not going to get out. I was going to try, but I'm like, no, I don't want to risk it because there's too many variables in this one. The layers they're kind of dipping downward, and it would be too much work to get that piece out. And this one here, find that scratch. It was like right here. Gotta focus on that, and we gotta focus here in the center. Oh, here. Well, hi there, Jade. Really easy fixes, nothing that bad. Super easy. Time 2:30. Oh, hi there, Derek. Yeah, I told Amy I'd be productive today, and so that is what I'm doing. I'm being productive. Working on old customer projects, get them done before we start going live again next week for live rock sales, because the less I have to think about, the more I can focus. Yeah, that was a deep scratch, actually. Well, hi there, Kyle. My name's Kyle. It's almost out. Yeah, for anyone new that's watching, I do a lot of how-to videos and like polishing and stuff, and all those videos are free. just gotta go through my videos and cycle through what I have out there. I do have a mix of videos that are to the public, and I also have a mix of videos that are for the members only inside the channel. A lot of those older videos are usually videos that did not do very well, and I just put them over on the other side. And some of them are also very old videos where things are a little bit more awkward in my early years of YouTube. So, but I have a lot of videos that don't cost anything to watch. Where I go over the my processes. I don't paywall that stuff. I don't gatekeep. My knowledge is free. And then we're gonna focus there in the center. On the side, actually, right on the center side. That was the whole reason why I started this channel. Was because at that time there was not a lot of lapidary videos on how to polish obsidian. And I figured it'd be good for me to do lapidary videos on how to polish stuff. And we are now at a day and time where there's a lot of rock pounding and lapidary videos, channels that are out there, and I'm no longer the only one. Okay, that's much better. Kind of, sort of. Got a small problem though. And getting rid of those scratches, we've produced more scratches. So now I have to get those new scratches out. Sometimes there's not much we can do about that. That just happens. Just very carefully, we go over it again. Not a big deal. Did I have breakfast this morning? No, I didn't. I had a croissant. Oh, no, I have lunch. I had chicken strips and a corn dog from Fred Meyer. That's better. That's much better. Okay. So, 600 grit is done. Up next we have 1200 grit. This is the stage that we go to before polish. The pink wheel, that is 3000 grit. I do not use the 3000 grit wheel on my projects or on my obsidian before I go to cerium oxide. I save the 3000 grit wheel for most other materials that I don't feel contemplating putting on my carpet polishing wheel. Like this is Torito wood. Sometimes this has sand in it, and I don't want to have sand in my polishing wheel, so I use the 3000 grits resin wheel for like this stuff here. Amber's right. Is everyone clicking that thumbs up? It's free. It's free for this knowledge. FREP, that's still free. Credit for I'm gonna at the bank today because they have to run your credit before they can give you a loan. And I'm like, I know my credit score. I mean, since you're gonna run my credit anyways. And they're like, no, we can't give you the credit score. We can kind of give you like a ballpark where you're at. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. It's kind of silly though. Like they can. They have the number right in front of you. They should just tell you. Oh, Amber, you might be able to know this. If you're going to write off a car for business, does it have to be a brand new car or can it be a used car? Or should I ask my tax accountant that? Maybe I should ask my tax people that. Because because I don't know anything about the depreciation or stuff like that. Half that stuff is like another language for me. I'm like, I don't know. So yeah, this is again the 1200 grit wheel. This is the step you want to spend a lot of time on and check your work constantly before you go to polish. Yeah, I'll ask my tax people because I can't I can't justify spending, like, if it is like you have to buy a new vehicle, I can't justify spending $50,000 on a new vehicle. Like, it should be like whatever you can get that's affordable. I mean, I'm already spending like $37,000 on a new shed and concrete pad and all that stuff. At least the shed will make me money. The car is so I can drop off packages and go on the occasional rock counting trip. Save on gas money. I'm still keeping my truck. For now, anyway. It's nice to have at least an extra vehicle just in case something happens. Yeah, vehicles are spendy. Yeah, my friend gave me the first choice, buying the van, and I figured it wasn't a bad price. Fairly clean van, low miles in comparison to what I have been driving. Yeah, it'll be used for business. I mean, I only really leave the house if I'm either buying groceries or if I'm going to the post office to drop off everyone's orders, doing rock pickups when I'm getting new stock. When I go rock counting, of course. Like I really don't like leaving the house because it seems like every time I leave the house, I'm spending money. It's just like, stop spending money. Yeah, literally like the only time I leave the house is for those occasions. Especially after my big trip, I'm like, I really don't want to leave the house. Like, I want to just stay home for as long as possible. Well, hi there, Soji. Here, let's look at her work really quick. Turn that off. Okay, pressure's still off. Ooh, that's looking nice. Okay. That's looking actually really, really good, except there is a couple spots I'm not crazy about, but honestly, they should be fine. I mean, it's not going to be a perfect piece anyways because of all the defects of the natural part of the stone. And in order to really get the spots that I see, I would have to go back to 600. No, I'd have to go back further than that, I think, for those ones. Yeah. So I think we might just call it good. Yeah, that is that's 1200, but we're gonna just double check really quick before we go further. use an air compressor to kind of clean off or dry off our stone. See, I'll do is the 1200, a little bit more over here in the tip, kind of up here on the sides. And we should be okay. Okay, that's good to know, Amber. Thank you. It's not like the van was a huge expense either. It's, again, super affordable. Like I can't justify spending really more than $10,000 on a vehicle anyway. All my vehicles I've ever bought for myself have always been very, very cheap. Put it mildly. I don't remember how much the Ford Mercury was, but I think it was like 5 or 6 when I got it. Might have been less than that actually. And my truck was only $4,000 when I got it. So that truck came in handy when I had to use it to pay off a medical expense, because like the Kelly Blue Book is like $7,000. So like I use it to kind of consolidate all my debts and my medical expense all to one bill, which is funny because like I just paid off the truck, and like 2 months later I used it to consolidate all my bills. Soji, my email is worldofrocksounds@gmail.com. Which is really funny, Amber, because the bank guy, he's like, hey, how much do you pay yourself? And I told him, what the amount was. And then I also had to kind of follow that up with, like, it's tough because the tax numbers will say that I make one thing when I pay myself something else. Because I don't pay myself a whole lot. I just pay myself enough to cover my bills, and that's pretty much it. I don't have like a lot of like frivolous expenses. Whenever I'm spending money, it's either for YouTube stuff, rock stuff, pretty much most stuff that is channel related or business related. Which is, the channel is my business, so it's like the only time that I am spending money outside the business, of course, with my business or with my personal account, is like for like Christmas or like birthdays or anniversaries. All my other money goes back into the channel. Oh, I take that back. I did have to use my business account for like one thing, which I had to kind of correct. I took River to go see Danny go in concert when he was in Portland. And I didn't have enough money in my personal account, so I didn't have to use my business account. And I had to kind of explain that to the tax people. I'm like, yeah, that was a one-time thing. I didn't have enough time to get the money like transferred over to my personal account for that. River had a blast though. That's all that matters. It was actually pretty fun. I don't know if anyone that watched Danny go. His songs are bangers. Yeah, and Amber, I don't pay myself a whole lot. Like, it doesn't matter if I have like a really, really good month. I pay myself the exact same amount, no matter what. And then anything left over just stays in the business account, rolls over to the next month. In this case, like if the next month is like not as good as the previous month, at least I'm still covered. I try to make sure to keep that in mind. Oh, nice, Soji. River's 5th birthday is coming up in November. Gotta figure out what to get her. I'm gonna zoom in here. Okay, and Amy should be leaving here in a minute to go get River. So, is that a scratch? I think that is a scratch. How did that happen? Ma'am? Love you. Love you too. No, that was not a scratch. That was just dirt. Okay. So, we are actually ready for the next day. Well, maybe. Hold on. Okay. All right. Ignore that comment. He's got to make sure to. Because the polishing step is going to be very important. Well, howdy there, Janet. Happy Friday. We're just going to very carefully just make sure that there is, in fact, no issues before we go to the next step, because I don't want to go back a stage. Because sometimes, like, the sanding and polishing part of the process can be very much a back and forth process, and the less times I have to go backwards will be great. So, what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and go on to the next step. So that is going to be our beforehand. There is a couple of defects. I know where they're at. But we're going to go ahead and just move forward with this. Opal guy. Kyle tries to ignore the comment. Opal guy. Nah, say less, my guy. All right, so next step, come over here to our polishing wheel. For those that are new here, because there's 162 of you watching, this is a carpet wheel. It is Berber carpet. And this is what I use to polish my rocks for the final step on most rocks. So it's already fairly damp, but we'll get it damp again. Oh, hi, Vitalik. Well, it's gonna get. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. It's gonna get even more pretty here in a moment. So we're gonna get this is cerium oxide. Gordon Glass Company, not sponsored, no affiliate. I do have an affiliate program on Amazon of a lot of the stuff I use here in the shop. But I've been using this stuff since I've been doing lapidary. Stuff works great. It's okay, Opal guy. Could be worse. Okay, so that is our surface beforehand, before we do any polishing. Okay. Just gonna put some cerium oxide on the stone itself. You don't, like, if you're polishing a rock, you don't have to do this. This is just what I do. You can never have too much cerium oxide. A couple more sprays. Now, here's the thing though. Since there is a couple of fractures in the stone, I'm going to try to work with the carpet going in the opposite direction so it doesn't catch on there. And hopefully that helps. Well, Talik, welcome in. My name's Kyle. I'll do a brief little tour of my... Here, we'll just do that really quick. It only takes a second. So yeah, welcome in. I do everything that is rock hounding and lapidary related, even fossils. I got a fossil in this box right here. It's kind of hard to see because everything's dusty. Here, I'll turn that light on. There we go. There's a fossil fish in there. There's actually 2 fossil fish in there. Yeah, so this is my shop. This side of the shop is mostly all equipment. So I have grinder, sander, we have our polisher, we got a Fordham fossil prep station, our cab machine, got a flat lap into the cab machine, and then of course we have this table over here, which is where we do our live sales, starting up back again next weekend. I go live on YouTube. And then my other workstation over here, so this is where we do all the wrapping. These are all cabs. I did not polish these, but these are all cabs. And then the other side of the shop is all my inventory for live rock sales. So I have lots of crystals and specimens and finished and non-finished stuff. There's a little bit of everything. But yeah, I'm live on YouTube for live sales every weekend, starting again next week. I was on a little bit of a vacation. And that's me. I'm the one behind the camera, so Firebeard. A little bit of orange beard, but yeah. My name's Kyle. Welcome in. You're in good company. There's a lot of nice people in our community, and we're happy to have you in. Well, it's Alec. Things will be changing here shortly. So, I don't know if you were here and I was talking about a shed, but I'm trying to get a shed in place. And the new setup will be a 14 by 24 space, and that will be for the display of all the rock specimens for all the live sales. But we will eventually be doing the live sales once it's all done. And the shop here will go strictly back into just the lapidary side of things. So everything is separate. All right, so for this stage, for those that are just now watching, I start off slow a little bit, and then eventually I start adding more weight onto the stone. Amber. Well, our friend Jess and Joshua Ritter are from Agate Bay. They were here this last Sunday, and even Jess was like, "Oh man, it was so cool. They had like the drawing of your shop before, like it was all done." And I still have the drawing of before I actually what you see today, and I'll have it framed eventually, and I'll have to figure out a way to frame the new design of the new space. So I like to see kind of how things started and where they ended up. And initially I was going to do all the flooring myself, but because I'm having hand issues, I'm just going to pay someone else to do it. Write it off. Business expense. Oh, Jared. Also, hi, Jared. It'd actually be a really good idea. Hypnotize people. Watch the videos. Hit the like button. There's 138 people and 68 likes. I promise it's free to give a little like. Helps me know I'm doing something right. Even if you don't do it for me, do it for the small child that my wife and I made. She's adorable. And smart, by the way. She's very smart. That kid's actually almost too smart for her own good. But yeah, once River gets old enough, I would like to teach her how to work on rocks. She does kind of have my attention span a little bit, but worse. So, but I'd be excited to actually teach her. If we were to make a resin cast picture frame out of smear polished stone, that's a good idea. Jared, the next time I'm in Utah, I'm gonna hit you up and maybe swing down your way. Because by that time, I'll be driving my my new to me van that has better gas mileage. Oh, so Talik, this is it's called it's obsidian, but it's a rare variety of obsidian that is only local to Oregon. And so we just do a little wipe here. We're already showing some progress, except for this little spot here's a little dull. That's okay. It's part of the process. We'll get there. Yeah. It's obsidian. Fire obsidian. Come over here so I can utilize the edge of the wheel a little bit. Yeah, no, this particular variety it's fairly rare. It can be fairly expensive too. I've sold some fire obsidian in previous lives. We did like 2 different lives where I sold the rough. It was like $100 a pound. It sounds like a lot. When you get a piece like that, like this big, it can be pretty inexpensive. And plus, if you learn how to work it, because finished obsidian slabs and cabs, I'm not talking about like large chunks, but like slabs and cabs. Finished pieces can go anywhere between $25 to $100 a gram, and that does, of course, highly depend on the color, clarity, and everything else. Though, just because it is worth $25 to $100 a gram for finished material does not always mean that it should sell for that much, because I've seen some really bad quality material sell for stupid high prices. It's like, you know the good quality when you see it. So I remember how it has a little scuffy, like a little dull over that corner. That should look much better now. There we go. Well, how did Wildheart? Wildheart, did you not go live this last Saturday? Because I was trying to keep an eye out for your live. I didn't see you go live. And again, you cannot spend too much time on the polishing wheel. Oh man, I'm sorry, Wildheart. Yeah, Derek, I should have. Well, and here's the thing, Derek. Like, on my way out, I was literally right next to Garnet Hill, and I could have hit Garnet Hill on the way out, and I didn't. I was ready to be home. I was just tired. Hands were bothering me, and I'm like, I just wanted to be home, and that's why I drove 13 hours in one day, because I wanted to be home. No, Wildheart, I will not be live tomorrow. I will not be live Sunday either. I'm helping out my friend with their late father's estate sale. Keep an eye on stuff, so I will not be live. My live sales will return next weekend. And we have a lot of new stuff, so. Oh, dang, Wildheart, I'm sorry. Hopefully it goes well. Oh, I should have told Amy to pull money out of the bank. That's my week too. Yeah, I forgot who I was talking to when I was at the Utah Trilobite site, and they were talking about the obsidian fields, and I'm like, oh dang. So I think next year, I'm gonna do things a little differently as far as my yearly trip. I will still go to Kemmerer, but not for as long because I got a lot of fish fossils I still have to prep. So Kemmerer is not gonna be high on my list of where I want to go. I'm also go there, but not for as long. And then maybe to spend some more time in Utah, I think, this next year. Especially at UDig. I had a blast there. And with how easy those trial bites clean up, oh man. I was so happy with how nice those clean up, how easy they prep. Yeah, for anyone that's here, Wild Heart will be having a live, hopefully tomorrow. I will try to share Wild Heart's link here in a second. So please hold while I try to do this really quick. And the Spencer peeps, they might be doing another 2 creator digs this next year. I don't know yet if I will do them next year or not. I think it depends on if I have time to get through the opal that I have already. Because I'm kind of in the mindset now where I have 2 buckets of opal, and I kind of would like someone else to have the opportunity to attend the creator dig next year, one or the other. And I feel like if I go and I still haven't touched my opal, then it's just kind of unfair for anyone else that's a creator that wants to be a part of that dig. So I might just step back next year on the creator dig event. Or if I do go, maybe I can help out. But I have 2 buckets of opal. I feel like someone else can probably enjoy those creator dig events. I mean, it's relatively 2 buckets. There's a lot of matrix, there's a lot of host material. It's just, with everything else I have going on, I could probably do a couple pieces between now and then for content, but I just don't have like all the time in the day to really work on those to do them justice. So those are kind of like long-term projects, I think. Okay. Yeah, that looks nice. Okay. So let's go ahead and... Okay, I do have to focus a little more on the edge here. It's a little dull. But other than that, we're almost done. It sounds like Amy's home. Amy and River. Oh yeah, Rocky Mountain Bear. That's the other thing. Topaz Mountain. I want to try to schedule that and schedule that in advance, because I think you're supposed to like really request for like 2 weeks in advance for Topaz Mountain for like for the blast dig site. So I want to go when they blast for the material. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit more expensive, but I think that might be kind of fun. So I'm gonna start working on kind of planning things now for next year. Do something a little bit different, because like I've done like 2 years of content for American Fossil and Fossil Lake Safari, and then last year I did Ulrich's, and I will be doing some content for the 18-inch layer for Instone Fossils. But this, like the content that I made, I think I'm going to do things a little bit different, which I've talked about before. Is I think what I would like to do this year is make a video kind of comparing the pros and cons for all the different quarries that are out there. Because like I don't have like any particular favorite quarries. I mean, kind of, sort of. I do like the quarries where I can dig straight out of the wall. But I would like to make a video kind of comparing what to expect from all the different quarries as far as your experience goes. Because otherwise, I'm just making the same video every year for like each quarry, and it kind of gets kind of old after a while. So this year's gonna be a little different. Again, I'm not throwing shade at any of the quarries. I love them all. It's just, I think if anyone's going, they would maybe like to have like a good layout of kind of like what to expect from each experience. Should be okay. All right, I'm gonna go get this rinsed off really quick. Okay. It's being ragged. I don't know what happened to it. Oh dear. Okay. Oh dang, Derek. That's kind of cool though. Like, watch people that that are ranching for cattle. They stop doing cattle in general because the fossils are way cooler. Screw cattle. Fossils are cooler. All right. I love my air compressor. Harbor Freight Special. Before I show the... Oh, yeah, there's a spot I missed. That's okay. I'll go back in a minute and get it. Actually, no. We'll hit it now, because I don't want to have to go... Be like, alright, we're done. And then I have to go back and do it. No, we're just going to do it now. There's one spot I got to hit. This is the part of the process that not a lot of people get to see, is the back and forth. So we have one spot right here on the edge. It's a little dull. Easy fix. Let's turn this back on. So, Wildheart, this one's for Johan. Johan had reached out. I don't remember how long ago it's been at this point. It's been too long. This is why I'm not doing any custom lapidary for a long time for people, because it just takes me too long to get to them. I'm just being really transparent here. And I'm wanting to get this in before I go start doing my lives again, so Johan can get his fire obsidian. And that should do it, just like that. Boom. I'm just trying to be like really, again, very transparent about that. Like, I do like doing stuff for people, but at the same time, it's just because of time constraints and everything else. Sometimes someone's project can sit on my desk for months before I can actually have time to get to it. I mean, poor Josh. How long have I had those those Moroccan agates now? Wildheart, not. Howdy, Mohammed. Let's go clean this up really quick. Yeah, there's another dull spot, but I'm not going to bother that one anymore. I'm just going to call it good. There's 2 dull spots. Dang it. That's fine. I can do those again later. Hair. Immediately a hair. There we go. And aside from a dull spot right here, which again, I can go back and fix. I'll just do that later into the video. Because I had to call it bank. And then right here is another dull spot. But for the most part, it is like 98% down except for like those 2 spots. But I think I did it good. Yeah, I gotta hit that. Oh, no, that's the fog. I just fogged it up. I thought it was dull. I think I made a good choice on doming this one to get all the layers out of that one. So yeah, that turned out rather nice. I don't think there's any other fire layers in this piece that I'm aware of. So yeah, we polished 2 pieces today. That one and this other one. Thank you, Derek. Thank you, Wildheart. But yeah, we polished these 2 pieces today. And I'll let Johan know that these 2 are done. And I think the third piece he sent in, I don't think is really worth working. Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, turned out really nice. Thank you, Talik. I really wish I could use my data because I'd love to take you guys outside to show the blast cabinet, but no. Plug in the phone here, keep it charged. There we go, 23%, perfect timing. And there we go. All right, again, reminder for the members, giveaway due date is tomorrow. I will pick the winners tomorrow evening, so everyone has time all day tomorrow. For those that don't know what I'm talking about, I have members for the channel. It's like $1.99 a month. It's not a lot of money. It's less than a cup of coffee at a gas station. I do monthly giveaways, and this month I'm giving away 2 fossil prep boxes, and I will give the winners the option for me to prep the trilobites that are in the boxes. But they're literally it's got a head magnifying glass or yeah, a headset so you can see up close, X-Acto blade, fossil prep pen, 2 fossils, and 1 in each box that is a practice piece, and then one in each that is for prepping, and then some Turritella agate. I feel like there's something else that I missed, but so if you want a chance to win the giveaway, you gotta either be a member, and if you are a member, get your entry in, because again, picking 2 winners tomorrow night. There's my friend. I missed you. I missed you, Wildheart. Amber, I will go through. I will polish that angle. I just didn't do it in the live. I just want to save a little bit of time. But I will polish it. Yeah, I got the idea for the giveaway box when I was at Ulrich's. Because he has... I got 2 of these pens for myself. But these little pens right here, they're not actual like writing pens. They're prep pens with little, I believe carbide little tips, and you use these the prep to use as non-pneumatic scribes to prep the fossils, and they even have little magnets on the end, which is pretty cool. So I bought 2 for myself because I thought they're really neat. They look nice in my little shirt too. Yeah, each one of those giveaway boxes gets one of these, which again, really cool. Wildheart, there's a video on the member side of the channel. It is for it's the September giveaway announcement video. It's there. So And give my fingers a break because my carpal tunnel, these fingers are numb on both hands. So I'm going to give my hands a break for a while. And I need to call it bank because I got half an hour to do that. So thank you everyone for joining me on polishing 2 pieces of fire obsidian. And if I can, I'll try to go live tomorrow night, assuming that Wild Heart's not live. It's doing live sales. I won't do sell stuff. I'll just be working on something. I'll do for like another vertical live. So if you see me live, cool. If not, then don't worry about it. I'll make sure to give Amy and River a hug. And well, Talik, get some rest. Make sure to drink plenty of water. And I find that when you're sick, shower a couple times a day. Get that ick off you. It helps a little bit. And Wildheart will John. Yeah, Wildheart. Let me get your link up here. Go to channel, share, copy link, and paste. There we go. I don't know. Okay, yeah, you should get a link to there. So that's Wildheart's channel. Wildheart's gonna sell some stuff tomorrow, so make sure to go follow her. And see here, Ryan will have a premiere in half an hour, then Karen at 8 p.m. So Ryan, let me go ahead and share your link here too as well. Share, copy link. That's Ryan's channel there. Well, even if it's just a cold, it helps to shower. Just take a hot shower, turn off the lights, light some candles, enjoy the shower, and then lay down afterwards. Just wash off the ick. It helps. At least I find that it helps whenever I've been sick. You're welcome, Ryan. So yeah, I'll see you all here very soon. For anyone that just subscribed today, thank you for subscribing, and go watch some of my other videos. I have a lot of videos on how to cut polish stuff. And again, my information is free. I don't charge. I don't gatekeep. So if you have questions, feel free to ask them. I'll do my best to answer them. So I'll see you guys later. And then we're just going to pose with this thing right here. So bye, everybody. We're going to pose with this. That's your pose rock. Bye. Bye. Bye.